left
Hot 6.
is Hot 6. In the bottom left in the red, we have our Terran player TY. Over here in the upper left, in what is that color, Artosis?
That's pink, my friend.
Is that pink?
That would be pink.
Okay. In the upper right, in the pink, is HerO. I wasn't sure if it was one of those colors that I, as a male, would just not know because it's, you know...
Because it's pink. And
it's like taupe. It's like taupe or something. I'm like, that's not a color, all right? I only know 8 colors.
You know the Crayola crayon box?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And I only know the 8-pack, not like the 20-pack where they have like Purple Mountain Majesty or something like that.
Well, that's not in the 20-pack.
Oh, that must be in the 64-pack.
Yeah, yeah.
The 24-pack. Nice try, Toast. Dude, what do you know about crayons, anyways?
Oh, I know a lot about crayons.
Judging from the way this set looks, we should know a lot about crayons.
You know how many times I've colored in Dora the Explorer now?
Oh, that's right. You got a kid now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I have a kid too, but never mind. Anyways.
Artosis does a lot of coloring book passion here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he never got into the coloring book industry. He couldn't fill in between the lines, so it didn't, didn't quite work out.
It's tough. As you see, by the way, the players, they brought up who they've beaten to get here. A couple of TVTs for TY. Here, on the other hand, knocking out our foreign hope State.
No!
Rip.
You know what's funny? People are going to get really mad when we say this, but State is probably one of the best foreign pro gamers. He's been in Korea playing for so long.
If anyone gets mad, then just write a letter to GSL. It's GSL at Seoul, South Korea, 10509. And don't worry, we'll read that. And
it'll, we'll definitely check that out.
But no, State's quite good.
Yeah, he's very good.
Look at this.
What's going on, Tosi?
Yeah. 3 SCVs. I don't think that those are going to build command centers.
He's a confirmed map hacker.
Oh, my God. Well...
He's a stream sniper.
Proxy Stargate, if he can shut that down, it's pretty awesome. But we have an Adept that's going to be popping out.
Yeah.
He might be able to salvage this just by bringing the probe back up to build a second pylon here. Oh, and now the probe's going to die, so maybe
probe is zoned out.
But,
see you in hell.
I mean, with those 3 SCVs out on the map, let's see.
Did he get
the Adept at? Okay, he did cancel, so that's going to be smart. Looks like he's just going to probably expand behind this wall, making a much slower Stargate. So TY already really on top of his defense here.
Okay, the Adept's coming in over here. And this is... I just love this unit, man. I always get excited when we get to see it because there's so much cool stuff you can do. Okay, he locks the Adept out. Right now, TY is in pretty good shape. He's basically deflected everything that HerO had to throw at him early on.
Yeah, he did lose a couple SCVs and a little bit of mining time, but to stop his Proxy Stargate is as good as you really would hope for. So, pretty awesome for him right now. Looks like he's going to start putting on a little bit of pressure right here. And,
nice job coming in there, taking out one Marine, backing up. Doesn't want to take too much damage on that Mothership Core.
Whoa, pardon. Calm down, friend.
Yeah, Mothership Core, not the most nimble unit, but this does cause a lot of pressure over here on the front. HerO definitely has... oh, wait, what's he doing?
Well, going to go ahead and harass down here a little bit more. HerO actually putting a lot of damage on. This is... He's like, well, I don't have an Oracle, but I have this other thing that's kind of...
Turns out this thing hit ground.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do here. Oh, no.
Oh. Well, that's...
Not today.
Ouch.
All right, so that goes down.
Yeah, a little bit painful there. Might get the supply depot. Like, can pick out some SCVs during this situation.
Yeah, that's fine. He can maybe... No. Well, no, he can't get the depot quite.
Yeah,
but taking out the SCVs is fine.
He's actually killed a pretty substantial amount of SCVs so far this game.
Oracle coming down here now.
All right.
Sick moves.
Yeah.
So that did not work out.
Yeah, I think he's trying to just weaken them so the Oracle can actually clean up everything.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It will do so. So
look at that. Actually, you know, I was trashing on him, but that was really nicely done. Okay.
Yeah, and look at this. It's just like countless SCVs are going down this game.
Yeah. And it's not going to slow down here. You know, that when you really get the math out with that Oracle, you can definitely cause the game to snowball pretty quickly. And a second Oracle coming in here. How many barracks did he have? He only had one, right?
Yeah, he has this one barracks with that.
Yeah, because it was factory down there. So I think he could actually just come in here and kill off the rest of the workers, right?
I think TY might be in trouble. But okay, he has a Cyclone out now. Cyclones, like you know, obviously an Oracle does a lot of damage very quickly.
Oh my God, look at that!
Wow,
that's funny. Yeah, you can do that. By the way, that does slow them down enough to make it worth it. You can cancel it whenever. That's actually an old strat. We saw that even in Brood War, but almost rarely ever used effectively. But Yeah, that works. Is this the third Oracle? Yeah, third Oracle coming down here now.
I think he's just going to fly in and kill everything.
What he's doing with the Adept is he's just keeping the Cyclone up here in the front, and he's going to come in here and blindside.
He'll wreck
TY.
6 Marines and a Cyclone. So let's see here. He's actually going to fly right in. Oh, good micro here by TY.
Nice kiting.
Back, but, look at that. He's going to be able to kill everything, it looks like. Wow, this really backfired. TY on top of things.
Did you know the Cyclone can move and shoot at the same time?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
That's crazy. Just like the Marine.
Well, great job here with that Cyclone taking out the Adept. As the game goes forward here, we're moving into 3 bases versus the current Terran at 2 with the option of 3 if he does lift that command center.
Let me tell you a story while we wait
love
for
stories.
things to pick up, because like right now it's just like a little bit of harassment going on. I don't, it looks like TY is so tight. So story time with the Tosis. When the Legacy of the Void beta first came out, the Cyclone was the most broken thing that anyone has ever seen.
Oh, it was hilarious,
The Warhound was 1/10 as strong as what the Cyclone was when it first came out. And that was hilarious. But the Cyclone was the only thing I didn't think I was going to like, and now I kind of like it. I like these moves where it's like, okay, if you invest in a Cyclone, this thing is going to shred Warp Prisms. Like, it is going to destroy them. It's just like, it's kind of like a Terran mothership core. It's like very good at base defense and stuff like that. And it has a few other
It's like a mobile super turret or something like that.
Yeah. So, anyways, just kind of the story about my feelings.
Let me tell you, man, that was a great story, man. That was.
Dude, I am a poet.
Okay, hold on. We got a drop coming in here, and this could be pretty bad for Terran.
Oh, man. Very nicely done with this Warp Prism, using that Disruptor. Some good harassment.
I love it.
Got to be careful, though. That Cyclone catches you, and you are a dead Warp Prism. And anything inside you is dead, too.
You might just be dead inside, yeah. Nice tagging there, by the way, by the Oracle, so we can monitor the movement. And I think we're going to be seeing a lot of this in Protoss versus Terran and possibly the other matchups as well. Just harassing in this new way that we see here in Legacy of the Void. And speaking of which, we're going to have that happen again.
Oh, man.
And very tough.
Okay. Well, still, 2 kills. Like, he has killed a lot of SCVs this game. I'd love to see a grand tally of how many. We'll see if that comes up at some point. But, yeah, I mean, he's done a good job of just consistently knocking down SCVs while teching up at home. It's not like HerO has a lot of units, but he has quality units.
Terran doesn't have a way to drive this out just yet. There are Vikings here, but the Vikings are not anywhere near as fast to keep up, really. So this is really keeping Terran on the defense. Meanwhile, teching up here is our Protoss player getting a really solid mid-game army.
Yeah, certainly. He has some really fantastic units here. 2 Disruptors and a Warp Prism, so that's going to be very hard to deal with. He's making Immortals at this point, a very popular unit against Terran right now. Really complements your army quite well.
Yep.
And, I mean, he's already got sentries building up that energy there. He's got those 3 bases mining quite well. And things are looking pretty good for HerO here.
Coming down here to the bottom left, we could see some pressure on the 3rd base. We don't quite have a shot of the 3rd, so we don't really know what's there. We know what the army of Terran is, but we don't know where the units are. So that's a tough one to tell here. And barely the Cyclone escapes. It is a very quick unit. Oh, he's going to come up here and attempt and fail at taking out that clump of Terran units. But now he's actually been able to isolate this army away from the 3rd base. This is huge right now.
Yeah, this is a very strong attack. Having Blink, a couple mortals, and like, okay, nice job there taking care of that.
Oh my God, that was crazy. A good job coming up here, though, and gunning down some of those medevacs. Meanwhile, more Warpins coming here, especially with those Zealots. From behind, an attacker, an attempted surround. Will the splitting be good enough? Nice control there by TY.
Look at that. He actually takes out both of those. No more kills for them. And the Warp Prism's gone as well, but already the damage has been done. 17 more SCVs falling.
Oh, he got inside the main. Now, I'm not sure what he wants to do with that. He might,
he might
cancel that. But he is taking out the 3rd base, and by the way, plenty of depots over here as well. A good force field there on the ramp, making it tough for reinforcements to come in here and try to help out.
All right, well, he's going to come down with what he's got left here, try to pick off as much as he can. The Immortal goes down, picking off the Sentry as well, it looks like. And he does have these Widow Mines, so it looks like TY will end up holding on. And I got to say, okay, you just lost 46 SCVs.
Oh, my God. Actually, I had no idea it was that high.
Oh, man.
Well, there is a regroup happening over here, and I think we will see this attack reinforced. An observer coming in here with the rest of this army, and a 4th base for Protoss means not only will the econ be good, but the option of attacking quite good as well.
Yeah, now, one thing I do want to mention that I really like here is the amount of Widow Mines we're seeing out of TY. See if that is going to be enough to actually help him to hold on. Nice blink back there by HerO against that Widow Mine. And actually scans to kill off the Observer and blinks onto a lot of Widow Mines.
Is that actually it? I think he just won.
He might have. With this War Prism coming up, it looks like
yeah, if he just gets a few Zealots in here. Hello! Coming in now. Where is that? Where is the Observer? Did he lose that? Did I miss this?
Did.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
Scanned to kill it off.
Oh, good call there. Okay, so he still has those Widow Mines. He hasn't moved the army just yet. But not having this... Okay, there it is. A scan there on the 4th base is all he needs to know. So he can leave the game.
The early harassment with the Double Adept, the Mothership Core, which he actually ended up losing, and then the Oracle flying in, dealt enough damage that allowed HerO to do everything he wanted. Like, TY was never able to go on the offensive himself. He had plenty of units that would have been very good at harassment, like Widow Mine drops and stuff like that against a 3-base Protoss. You know, that moves like that can be fantastic, but you know, he was never able to. He was always on the back foot after that.
Too bad to see TY unable to really cement any kind of lead after holding off all that harass early on. You could see HerO really knows how to transition, whether his early game strats work or not. He just definitely had the better unit comp, was able to zone out that army, especially in that first attack, onto the 3rd base, and from there he was able to punish him pretty easily. Yeah,
his harassment was awesome and very brave. Against Cyclones, yes, I get very scared and sometimes just leave my Warp Prism at the edge of the base and... You know, I'm like, oh, God.
It's on the bottom right side of the map. I'm like, you don't belong here.
Yeah, no.
But really nicely done, though. I do think overall TY is not as good of a player as HerO. And that's not to take anything away from TY, but...
He's one of the best Terrans in the world.
Yeah, certainly is. But HerO is, I think, on another level.
Yeah, HerO's like tip-top tier.
Sure.
For sure. But, I mean, let's see what TY can do, because he took a lot of damage there early. And despite like losing 46 SCVs, for instance, he still had a ton of SCVs. He still had a good army. It was just a little bit too much out of HerO. And I know if TY can live a little bit longer, he can put up a much better fight there.
Our next map is going to be Orbital Shipyard. I'm not sure if we're going to see the same strat. By the way, how did he know early on? We were talking, but how did he spot that pylon? Did you see that?
I'm not sure.
Because he sent the 1 Marine and the 3 SCVs.
Hard to say.
And I'm pretty impressive. I don't know. Maybe he just knows HerO's playstyle already. Anyways, we're going into game number 2. Tell your friends to join us here at Africa TV. Enter in our players in the bottom left. In Artosis' favorite color, pink. It was HerO. Here in the upper right, in the color of #passion is TY.
In the red.
In the red. Indeed. The color of #passion.
You know, what is pink if not a lighter red?
Oh my God, you are a poet.
Yeah. Well,
somebody out there better be writing down everything you say, Artosis.
Somebody is.
Somebody is. There's enough people watching. There's a chance of that.
There's actually not enough people watching. Guys, go on and tell your friends. Like, no one knows that GSL is starting now, and the thing is, too, this is the golden time of StarCraft 2 is actually coming upon us right now. I am telling you guys as a fact, Legacy of the Void is a better game than Heart of the Storm or Wings of Liberty.
It absolutely is, man. And they really made all the adjustments to bring it to the next level. They didn't half-ass it. Blizzard could have just released 2 more units and some new generic maps, and instead they turned it up to 11 and ripped off the knob.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how different this is and how awesome. So, like, really the best time of StarCraft 2 is now upon us. It's coming. So let people know. People need to give StarCraft another try if they've given it up and gone over to an inferior game. You know, this is... I can't even tell you how much fun I'm having playing Legacy of the Void. It's crazy.
Well, it's nice because it's so fresh. I mean, this happens in any RTS as it's been out for a couple of years and you really get it mapped out. And the fact that there's so many new strats, so many new builds, and also the pace of the game has been enhanced so much, makes it really quite exciting to watch.
Yeah, well, we have this opening starting here. Reaper coming up here for TY. Not a bad choice on this map. Definitely plenty of area to jump up. Of course, you got to be careful about those pylon overcharges. They kill the Reaper dead pretty darn quickly.
Yeah, the Reaper quite a brittle unit, so you got to be very cautious when you're moving it out. Losing that Reaper early on, I mean, it's such a waste. So We do see that Reaper coming out now. Note the scouting pattern is not just here to go to the main, but also to scout out anything that could be in the proximity of the main for TY. So he's playing very safely.
Indeed, and right now we do have Adept coming out, going to go ahead and use his Shade, move forward a little bit, maybe go all the way across the map. The Adept, really strong early game unit in a situation like this. You know, it does so much damage to these lanes. Oh, I love it. Very nice move by TY, but
cool.
Yeah, I mean, Stargate coming up here for HerO as well. Looks like he does want to go into that Oracle play once again.
Yeah, and this seems to be a theme here for HerO, is the Adept pressure at the front with the Mothership core here. He's going to try to get that probe. He needs to keep that probe alive. The probe now. Oh.
Well.
Oh, that's not going to live.
I guess the probe probably just going to go ahead and fall. But
yep.
Oh, he really wanted that. Looks like he did want to do an overcharge rush here. Maybe knock down some depots.
Exactly. Put a pylon right there, and then just really put the pressure on. This is a little bit reminiscent of early Brood War TV or PvT.
Yeah.
But in early Brood War, it was a Dragoon that would eventually get Dragoon range, and you wouldn't think that would be as good as it was, but it was really good.
Oh, look at this cute move. Nice micro there by TY, rallying the Marines out and body blocking the Adept.
Yeah, man.
Wow, really cool move.
It's better body blocking than I've seen in some of the MOBAs.
Well, certainly. These are a lot smaller. And you're actually doing a lot of things.
Someone's going to be on Reddit already. Does anyone else think they shouldn't use body blocking because it's not a MOBA? It just makes me lose my mind.
He shouldn't use that type of micro. How dare you do
that thing
that the MOBA guys do? It's
They're
the one
different
thing that
games.
they do because it's, you know, and you're using one unit.
Oh, we have Reaper just now picked off. Caught the tail end of that. The Oracle is headed up here now.
Yeah,
and we have plenty more Oracles coming up here. So already, guys, PvT, we're getting a pretty solid build here from HerO.
Oh, absolutely. Like the multiple Oracle harassment, he's going into a third base behind this. Obviously, you know, with this type of unit comp that TY has gone for, you know, the kind of light on barracks units, he doesn't have a big army. So HerO is able to tech up and harass right now. Look at this. He is going off of one gateway with Oracle into a third base, a Robo, a Forge, and a Twilight. Like, this is Legacy of the Void, guys. It's crazy what you can do.
This is pretty cool, man. I think the follow-up on this is going to be pretty solid. This is actually a lot how HerO played PvT. Not as far as builds go, but style. Back when we were in Heart of the Swarm. Kind of doing one of these kind of Muay Thai clench openings.
Sure.
Punishing the player, and then he has the option of either doing some kind of stable 3-base play or a 2-base timing, crushing attack.
Yeah, well, the 2-base timings don't exist as much right now. We'll see in the future, but putting some stasis wards down right now, that's kind of cool. See what he wants to end up doing with that.
Really, the Terran is quite pinned right now in this position.
And look where that is. It's like that's quite a cool spot. Like, he's going to have to try to land there, and that's going to be quite annoying. But here we go. We actually have the double Oracles coming up.
Nice.
Yeah, look at this. Oh. The Adept actually sacrificed its life there, and that showed him where the Cyclone was. So he was able to go in with the double Oracle.
And now the command center can't land.
Yeah. Oh my God! Is that? Oh my God! That's so brilliant. He's so smart.
That's so funny.
I love
it. Cool. This is why we were so excited to cast this today, because we don't know what's going to happen.
Dude, that's awesome, because now the Marine sits there for like a hunt. This is like trying to clear creep. Look how annoying it is. I mean, it doesn't take as long as the old creep, which would, you know, basically the game would be over by the time that you could put your command center down. But you know, still, that was pretty awesome.
Is he going to try this? I don't think this is a good idea. Okay, he needs to back up. Yeah, that would have been unwise.
Well, right now we do have the Dark Shrine coming up for HerO, getting that Blink upgrade as well. Love to see the Dark Shrine. I think one of my big predictions is Dark Templar is going to be worth so much more in this game because there's so much going on.
Yeah, well, the DTs didn't have as much of a role because you got a guy on 3 bases that are all tucked together.
Yeah.
I mean, how many moments do you get to utilize that? DTs in their strength and Brood War are oftentimes in, like, end game.
Yes.
Where you could just start dropping those all over the map, and even if they know it's coming, there's too much multitasking involved to stop it.
I mean, you have DTs that bases people are trying to set down when they already have 4 and they're attacking 2 locations, defending 2 locations. Yeah, okay, that's easy to deal with.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that it's a great to see that tech coming out so early here. Even grabs, it looks like a Phoenix. That might be anti-drop Phoenix, just kind of patrol the skies a bit.
Yeah, I think you might be right. If you can just chase down the medevacs, that really does slow this down. And medevac drop's even more important here in Legacy of the Void.
Oh, certainly the case. But so far, HerO's basically kept TY back in his base. TY does have a slight lead here as far as that supply goes, but it's not really that big a deal if he's just sitting at home.
Now, are we going to have this timing attack, or is this simply going to be used to keep Terran off of a possible fourth base? We're going to find out in a second here. It does appear he's gearing up to hit a lot of different locations at once. I'm not too sure how effective that's going to be. By the way, 4 bases versus 3. So far, HerO looking like he's in pretty good shape.
Yeah, but let's not forget, as you take more bases, they become harder to defend. And that's kind of like a StarCraft 1 mentality where it's like, okay, you're on 4 bases, which means TY has 4 locations that he can attack you. And, I mean, you're not even that high of supply. Like, 135 supply on 4 bases, you never saw this in Heart of the Swarm. So, definitely like a different type of dynamic happening right now. And, by the way, I'm so happy that we're seeing some Liberators. I need for TY to make a lot of Liberators.
I need to figure out,
how do I beat this?
Yeah. This is the good moment where you get to steal all the good build orders. It does appear he's actually going to attack up here. Okay, maybe not. I was going to say I would be a little bit surprised.
Well, can't really do too much right now. Looks like he is getting Psystorm. Dropping off these DTs, getting another Prism as well.
Oh, losing that Warp Prism.
Yeah.
And from here, he's just going to start shift-clicking these SCVs, and a lot of kills going down here while the pressure out at the front. Submarine's coming down to try to help defend.
Oh, and those units kind of out of position. I do that a lot right now, too. But, I mean, you're trying to be all over the place right now. Definitely.
We got a drop coming up here.
Oh, that was actually a big deal.
Really nicely done. And good Archon morph there.
Oh, certainly. Like, saving those and taking all the energy off those medevacs. Like, he really stomped that drop. And look at that. 13 SCVs did end up dying to that Dark Templar drop.
Yeah, nicely done. That definitely paid for itself more. We're nearing the point of maxing out. I think what Protoss's game is going to be is to keep Terran from advancing. I think with the Liberators, it's sort of like siege tanks in Brood War, where you want to just like run away when they activate.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
I think that's the way it is.
That was a good catch right there, by the way.
Nice tag there on the Liberators.
TY has a way bigger army right now, and he's making 4 Liberators at a time. Now, when Liberators are actually set up in a good position and the Terran has an army under there, that's so hard to attack into.
Yeah.
You know, Psystorm might be one way to try it. Stargate units, not as good because there's so many Marines underneath. So
yeah, that's true.
You've got to kind of bludgeon through on the ground, I think, but I mean, we don't really know 100% yet. This is kind of, I'm talking about my ideas so far.
Yeah, bear with us here, guys. We're learning this game just like you are. In some ways, just like these pro gamers are. I mean, we're really getting to see what builds they got tested out and how well they're going to work. They've been in the lab for a couple weeks now, mastering the way to play this game, and now we're seeing it for the first time here in the first major match here for Legacy of the Void.
Well, let's see what he does here. We actually have TY on the right-hand side of the map. Look at this, splitting off some Liberators for a bit of harassment on these probes. Really, really cool move. What do? Warp in a whole bunch of Stalkers to go deal with that?
You could, I guess, but
yeah, I mean,
we're getting to the point where they might not be able to... Oh, hold up. Huge drop over here at the third base. I think this Nexus will be taken out, no problem.
Yeah, great move by TY here. Not even able to mine from his back natural right now. And look at this. Those Liberation Zones are set up. A lot of damage being dealt right now. He should be able to punch through because this isn't a full army, but that is slowing him down a lot.
And he's probably not going to be able to drop into the main, but I would say TY has effectively dismantled the army and the positioning right now for HerO. HerO has, defended the attack. However, he's going to have to recover economically. Worker count still even, so as long as he remix that Nexus, this game could stabilize here for HerO. However, at the same time, HerO looks like he wants to counterattack, and it's not entirely clear how much back at home TY has to defend here.
Well, TY's army supply is still a bit higher, so he definitely has some amount of army at home. And the thing is, he's been making a lot of Liberators, so he might have quite a few of those. And defensively, Liberators are pretty insane to try to break.
They really are. They really, really are.
So I could definitely see him holding on against
We haven't
this.
actually had a shot, though, of where the army is or what's up here.
Well, 2 Liberators getting out of position, kind of rough there. Widow Mines.
Oh!
Great to see those Widow Mines as well, by the way. Quite good against the depths.
He doesn't actually have an observer at all.
You're right.
He actually has no observer. I assumed there was one in that army, but I guess not. And I think this means TY can really start to take advantage of this. Nice storm there, taking out the Liberator. However, there's really not much left here for Protoss.
TY is tearing through him. Like, he's doing a great job here. He's defended very well with Liberators at home. He's harassed very well with Liberators. His drops are kind of all over the place, and here's out of position. That counterattack just absolutely did not work out for him.
I think TY is basically going to win this game. It's 139 to 183 with TY in the lead as far as supplies go. Now, HerO does still have a pretty scary army, but I do believe that TY should be able to hold off the counterattack and just maintain a lead from here.
Yeah, he might be able to. I want to see if TY wants to go into some ghosts here, because I think the Psy Storm is really HerO's ticket here to being able to stay in this game.
I think you're right.
Win.
Clumped up units like that can be punished very severely.
The Defender's advantage is a very real thing in Legacy of the Void. Like,
absolutely.
Whether that's Defender setup or spread High Templars. Well, here we go. He is actually pushing in a little bit here. Some great Psy Storms going down, but as those Liberation Zones come down...
Oh, nice!
Wow.
That was the pickoff he needed. Supply's almost even now.
That was a big pickoff. 3 medevacs. It's like 30 supply. Ooh, really rough there. But, okay, the thing is, with this type of, like, because this is exactly the type of army that I make in PvT right now personally, and, like, I think it's a really good army, but attacking with this can be really hard into Terran. They set up those Liberators, they make that concave so that your Psy Storms are going to be a little bit slow. Obviously, the movement speed of those High Templars is an issue getting up. The Adept's attack range is pretty low. This can be hard.
You can see he really wants to get in there and do that damage, but the Liberators are making it, you know, a pretty scary thing to actually try to dive in and attack.
And I like this move from here. Look at this. He's teching up, getting the Fleet Beacon. I think he's going to go into Tempest to try to shoot the Liberators out of the sky.
I think that's what he's going to have to do. He's going to set up a siege position and start picking away at Terran. Terran will be forced to engage or to give up that position.
Now, I believe this upgrade we're seeing here is the Liberator ground attack range increase.
It's a Liberator BB gun.
That's it. It's the
Liberator BB gun, yeah. As the game goes on, the harass is slowed down here for Terran. There is a base over here at the upper left. I mean, HerO somehow, some way, has just been able to continue to expand and suck up every location on the map. Oh, if he blinks in over here.
Oh, well. Yeah,
he does.
Does end up sniping that. That's really nice. Look at that base, that Bravery base in the top left for HerO. Oh my God, that's like, if TY wants to kill that, that thing's dead, friend. Like, that is so in the middle of nowhere that is so hard to defend.
Yeah. Oop. Misplay there with the Oracle. Barely manages to save that in time here. Does lose that Stalker. It does appear that he's gearing up here. Look at that.
Oh, now
what do you actually do?
Yeah, with the Liberator range, like, Blink Stalkers can't hit it. You need flying units, or maybe a Psy Storm.
Liberator BB gun, so good, man.
Dude, it's a good upgrade.
All right, so the Phoenix comes in over here.
Yeah,
and it turns out Phoenix not actually that great against these units, but
so far I've seen mostly it's like kind of even between those two, but like 2 Liberators there, he knocks it out pretty quickly.
And not much he can do just yet. That is correct. It is out. Yeah, it is outranged there. There is Tempest coming in here, 2 actually at a time, so he will have those rallied up to that position. That's going to be his response.
What a great move for the map too, because he's like, he knows that there's these positions where he can put this. For HerO, he just can't mine there now. It's like the cheapest thing for TY to do.
Now this is awesome. This harass is pretty huge, actually. Keep in mind it's 43 probes to 60. Excuse me, 43. Yeah, it was 43 probes. I was right the first time against the what is now 59 SCVs here. Well, so Protoss's economy a little bit slowed down. However, most of the map right now is going into Protoss's control, assuming he can actually mine from it effectively.
Yeah, he's starting to clean up these Liberators, but he hasn't been mining that much for a very long time. As you see, his bank and his mining are both critically low, and TY is sitting here maxed out with a better economy. So even though HerO still has a very strong army, it's hard to say how this is going to go, man.
Well, this expansion's a little bit exposed. Planetary not quite done here. But it looks like the ghosts are going to get here in time to make Protoss think twice before going any further.
Yeah, those ghosts, that's a big deal there.
He does have the Tempest. He could just try to hit from afar. Yeah. Or he does have the option to just relocate and head elsewhere. Oh, man, that's a lot of Liberators coming over here.
Well, this will clean a mineral line in a matter of seconds, I think. So
yeah, absolutely.
Let's see what he does with that. But, I mean, the Tempest is very good here. The thing is, the EMPs are going to be insane. He has... Oh, man, look at that. Taking the shields off those Immortals.
Beautiful, beautiful EMPs there. However, Terran turtling up right now. The other expansions that HerO would have that you would think would be giving the lead aren't really doing anything because there's nothing that really Protoss can do to stop this for the time being, unless he sends his Tempest back there and slowly drives them out.
Yeah.
The answer that it seems...
He just wants to kill him.
He just wants to try to end this game. However, gunning down these... well, he was going to gun down those Templars. That would have been pretty effective here. Nice Side Storm.
Ooh. Yeah, very important one there. Don't forget, though, there's EMPs from both sides. So
Problem is, actually, Protoss is like behind in supply and doesn't have as many functional bases. So I think this game will slowly... lead us to a lead here for TY, unless TY somehow manages to lose control of his army.
Yeah, the Liberators have really wrecked his economy at this point. I almost wish he had left one Tempest over in that area, because it's that one area that's really killing.
He's actually just going to go for it.
Wow,
he's going to go for it.
HerO realizes he needs to get something done now. His army is still quite strong, but those EMPs, look at that. The Archon with almost no health left here. All of his units just stripped of their energy. And I think TY should be able to plow through.
Even with a good Side Storm, yeah, he's going to come in here and surround this, and that's going to be a GG. Game number 2 is going to be evened up now.
Yeah, look at that great play by TY. Really utilizing those Liberators to fight back in that game, using the shape of the map, and especially that the 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th base that HerO took. You know, that area, he's like, oh, okay, this is a great area to use the Liberator BB gun. And
that's what it's called now.
He did a great job of it. Really destroyed him with that.
I got to say, had he not gotten those Liberators into that position on the map, this game could have been very different. I thought HerO did a pretty impressive job at keeping up in bases, despite how much of a beating he got at points in time there from the harass of TY. But getting over there and stopping the mining, I think the only way that could have been dealt with would be to actually send the Tempest over there and just make sure that can never happen again. But I not having your Tempest with your army makes it pretty difficult to actually push into that location.
Totally. You know, the Liberator is a great new unit that really complicates a lot of things for Protoss. But yeah, I love it, man. Like the fact, in Heart of the Swarm, if you see, for instance, the 4 bases that point against 3, like, okay, well, it's 4 bases at 3, Protoss is going to macro up and kill you now. It's just not the case in Legacy of the Void. It's so much more like Brood War, where it's like, okay, the comeback mechanic is you have too much stuff to do.
Yeah, because that is how Brood War works.
Because you have too many bases, you're spread too far.
When you get far enough ahead, I think unlike Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Swarm, there was a point in time where it wasn't any harder to keep up than it was for the guy who was behind. Yeah. But it feels like in this, because bases get acquired so quickly, it really is a problem. You have to be very good at multitasking and very good at controlling a huge chunk of the map.
But yeah, just seeing awesome play there. TY played better that game, so pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
Well, Brian Terraces, this is going to be our 3rd map for this set.
And after this, we have a TVZ, which I'm very excited about because I'm horrible at that matchup, and I need to learn how to play it.
Yeah.
I am so bad at that matchup right now. In the upper left, in the color pink, it is HerO.
Which side are you having a hard time with?
In the bottom right, in the red, it is our Terran player TY. I'm having a hard time with Terran and TVZ. I'm just not good at it, man.
Trick is to get 2/2 Marines and drop mules on your opponent as you kill all his hatcheries. That's what people do to me, at least. It's really...
No, I think the early ground game I don't quite have figured out. It's weird, and I'm also not used to I don't know, just the rate at which the game is picked up.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you know, it's funny, like, you got to play an RTS game for a while to get used to the expansions, and that was fine for Heart of the Swarm and Wings of Liberty, but now that with Legacy of the Void, like, the whole rhythm of the game is different. Ooh, look at this.
Well, it looks like HerO actually wanted to take a very fast expansion of this gold, but TY in his way right now.
Build the engineering bay.
He may.
Do it.
Too low now. But hey, he bought a lot of time there.
And you know what? It forced Protoss to go ahead and take that expansion elsewhere.
That's kind of annoying. But, you know, that may actually end up working out well for HerO if TY was going to do something harassment heavy against that gold base.
Yeah.
But right now, let's take a look at what's going on. TY going to go ahead, take his command center as well. A Reaper on the way, another good map for Reapers. There is a backdoor entrance into that main base as well.
And as this game goes on, we're going to see exactly how the gold bases will be treated on this map, because it seems like they're either both going to take it at the same time, or one guy's going to save up and try to attack as the other player greedily takes that pretty early on.
Well, By the way, guys, make sure to tell your friends that GSL is back. It is on with the best expansion yet.
GSL is back, bitches.
Just tell them StarCraft 3 is being played on GSL, and it's crazy. It's not much of a lie.
Tell them that we're confirming Half-Life 3 on the stream right now, guys.
Duke Nukem Forever. That actually came out, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it was pretty poorly received. I think that game was in development for like 11 years.
Yeah.
It was like announced and people actually like pre-ordered it. And like we're holding on to the receipt for a long time, and I think it was pretty poorly received. I don't know the backstory of that. But yeah, I believe that's what happened.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's hard to follow up a game like that, a game of our childhood like Duke Nukem, you know.
Was that truly a game of our childhood, or was that just the first game that had nudity while we were still going through puberty or ptosis? I mean, I think that's
your pick. I think this doesn't make a difference. What?
I think that's the question we got to ask. Now we do have a probe coming up here. We're probably going to build a pylon to try to. Oh, denied. Trying to do a little bit of harasso here on this expansion. Notice the placement of the bunker relative to the command center. This is something very good that Protoss can exploit easily. At the same time, though, the Reaper over here doing a little bit of harass on those probes at that expansion.
Yeah, this is really, really annoying. And with a couple of depths here as well, that's a very hard situation to break. Like with the pylon, he's going to have to just lift up the command center. You can't attack into that with Marines. He will shred you. So
this is where I take it too far. I like build a forge underneath like the place where the command center would last. I'm like, never get it. Like Tasteless, that's like not really a good investment of minerals. I'm like, no, think about it. I like see me upgrading my weapons out of there. Like, it's like spinning.
No, you wouldn't upgrade your
weapons. I got
to
make sure to defend the forge. I'll make some cannons here. Well, no, I can make cannons because there's a forge there.
Dude, you get plasma shields for sure out of that. But look, we have a Cyclone right here. This was a really nice choice by TUI to outrange this. And he will be able to break through, so that's nice.
Oop, he's pushing it forward.
Look at that.
Doesn't matter.
He flanked with the Adepts to push it into the pylon and the mothership core. That was really cool.
That was sexy.
Dude, I love the different moves that you can do with the Adepts. Like,
yeah, we're going to see this really developed as far as micro goes, because we've never had anything like this quite exist.
Yeah.
The fake outs, the potential pins, and forks you can make out of that, it's going to be really cool. Speaking of the gold base, we do see Protoss taking that. However, Adepts have been picked off in this process, so the chance for Protoss continuing to pin Terran here is a little bit lower.
Well, some good scouting going on. He definitely has a lot of intel. He's keeping HerO kind of busy at home. Knows that there is going to be 3 bases with that gold coming up. Now, we do have the Oracle coming down, but with the Cyclone, I'm not sure what he's going to be able to get done. Like, he has found ways in a little bit. But
it does seem like, you know, since this game speeds up at a very quick pace, you can really use the Oracles and the Adepts comboed to really keep Terran back. Now we have Cyclones coming up.
Yeah, this is... I love watching the Cyclones early game, because late game it seems like they're a little bit too clunky to micro correctly.
But especially in early game, I mean, they're like these units that if you just stay active with them and you stay on top of them, the damage that you can eke out is insane.
It's pretty crazy.
Especially with good micro. I mean, it's pretty crazy.
Totes.
I mean, once they figured out to put wheels on that missile turret, I mean, that was just crazy, man. Because the missile turret was already scary enough, and then, you know, there was some Terran guy who was sitting around and said, wait a minute. He was, like, looking at, like, the Hellion, and then he looked at it, turned, he said, oh, my God.
Crawler can move locations.
Maybe
a missile turret?
Shouldn't a turret be able to do that too?
Wow.
Yeah.
You got it, Tasteless.
I got it, man.
You're the man.
Someone update the lore right away.
All right, well, the Oracle going to come in and tag. Yeah, who does get out of there just in the nick of time. But some good intel being had. I do love that Revelation is just 50 energy now. It's like makes it so much more
it's really
useful.
good because, I mean, with that, you can really encourage a player to use it a lot and kind of punish the Terran, because, you know, Terran obviously, especially with the way this game seems to be developing, not this game here like, specifically, but games in Legacy of the Void in general, harass is really important. So if you can use those oracles to actually spot the harass, that's a great way to counter it.
Yeah. Well, we do have Blink right now, and the Adept attack speed upgrade is being gotten. Tasteless, what's the name of the Adept attack speed upgrade?
It's faster Adept attack speed. Artos and I have actually talked about this in depth. We're like, you know, we play this game all the way up to when it comes out, but then there's like abilities we don't know the names of because we've just been clicking on them.
I believe it is Resonating Glaives.
If you want to change it now, this is the first major caster for Legacy of the Void, so we could just change it. We could change the casting meta forever. Why don't we call
What
it
would
the
we call-
Artosis upgrade and just leave it at that?
Well, it should be adrenal glands because it gives 40% just like the Zergling adrenal glands.
We already did this with Nexus Cannon.
Yeah, that's true.
It's time to change history, Artosis.
There's nothing good to call it. Adept attack speed.
Well, this is pretty basic, but pretty huge. The Stalker's actually zoning out the gold base. Meanwhile, HerO actually taking a 4th base of his own.
Yeah, a lot of damage being dealt to this
Oh my
command
god, is he
center.
going to get that?
I don't think so. Yeah, that stim does force him back for now, but that's still very, very annoying. Look at this, coming in, picking everything up, warping in Adepts as well, and we are about to have the attack up speed finish here.
Oh, look at those Adepts go.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
wait a minute. They're just going to like come right in. Oh, never mind. He
He's
cancels.
going to go ahead and cancels most of them. One of them does march to his death, but look at this. They are doing a great job warping more and more. These
Look at this.
Phoenixes-
HerO on 4 bases, actually crushing a Terran on 2 bases.
Yeah, look at he's having such a hard time. TY is this is such a great move to pick
And he did
those
it
up.
all without building that forge into the command center to slow it down. Really, really impressive play
Really
there.
surprised he was able to